Hey guys, what's going on? InsidiousSwede back again here for another YouTube video, and welcome back to our Minecraft single-player world. Today we're going to be working on a bit of a secret entrance or passageway down from our main level into this mountainside here, and then up to our temple and our monks' living quarters, as per mentioned at the end of last episode, which, by the way, thank you guys for bearing with me there. That was by far the most interesting episode of Minecraft I've done so far. A lot of things went wrong in that episode, and I appreciate all of you sticking through it. But first things first, we have to go to sleep. It's getting way too dark out for us to begin any kind of project, so let's take a quick sleep. And yeah, so as you saw, I was kind of debating on maybe doing like a redstone entrance, which maybe we can add later. They're not hard to do, I know that much at least, but at the same time, I want this, because in a way, redstone is kind of futuristic, and considering our time period for this world, I don't feel like it fit very well, so I'm still debating on that, but as you can see, this is where we're beginning right here. I kind of just marked out a little bit of a spot. I think what we're going to do is kind of wind our way to the left, then kind of curl back, and then kind of slowly inch our way up, and then kind of curl again, and then maybe kind of one more snake to the left and then right, and then pop out somewhere in between these two buildings here. We'll have to see how it all goes down. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to look. I've never really done anything like this in Minecraft. With all of the things that I've built, this is not one of those that I'm very confident with, just because it's something kind of new for me. I've never really kind of designed a snake-like pathway that led up through a mountainside, so it should be fun, it should be interesting. As you can see, I'm just going to kind of like inch it over one block every once in a while. I'm not entirely sure. Again, there's going to be some trial and error in this build or this, project, just because I don't really have a final product in my head. Usually, whenever I'm doing anything in Minecraft, especially for YouTube now, I try to get an idea about what I want it to look like as an end product and visualize that as I'm building. But for something like this, I don't have anything in mind. We are just going to kind of freestyle it. Of course, we will make this look a lot better. We're not just going to keep the natural looking terrain. I plan to bump up the ceiling, add some stalagmites and stalactites as well. Just add a bit more of, depth and layer and color to it. But all of that, of course, is after we get a good initial shape. Now I'm worried, is this dirt like right next to the end of our mountain? Again, we want to go pretty close to where this mountainside ends, but of course not any further. Yeah, I'm thinking we might be. So let's be careful with that. Maybe like just one more over here, and then we kind of take it slow. I don't know how much of this we're going to do together. I think we're going to do a lot of the decorating on screen, but I think for the initial, digging out phase, I think that's something better shown rather than, done together. So I'm going to do a bit more here, guys, and see what kind of shape I can figure out. Actually, right before we do a cut, let me think, how far, this is actually something I should figure out right now. So we are currently standing, looking at our X coordinate at about 158, negative 158. Let me balance to the other side. This is actually going to be pretty useful now that I'm thinking about it. This is something I should have figured out at the beginning. But I want to know exactly how far I can dig before I'm getting close to the other side. So it's looking like right around, maybe we say 208, so 50 blocks or so between me reaching the beginning and the end of this mountainside. So that's good to know. We're going to keep it, within that range, of course. So let me get a bit more building done, and then I will come back to you with some progress. I'll show you the initial shape, and then we can start figuring out how exactly we're going to go about detailing out this cave. All right, so I got a bit of a rough draft laid out. As you can see here, the first thing you notice is that we kind of just wind to the left. We go all the way down through the mountain. One thing I quickly realized is that I did go a bit too far even after measuring the coordinates. As you can see, We have a very sharp turn to the right here, kind of make our way back left and then, or excuse me, back our way right and then a left again. Behind also, I almost released our Sacred Pig, which we still need to name. He's now behind these coarse dirt blocks. But the positive of what we have so far, I think, is where it comes out. This is exactly where I was thinking about it being. It kind of gradually leads out this way. We kind of have, hey buddy, kind of leads out this direction. We have one path that branches off this way, connects up with this part. And then we have another path which continues down this direction to these steps. So again, I like where we're headed, but we're not there yet. This is not what I wanted. For one, as you can see, we're popping out where we shouldn't be right here. So I don't want to see any of this right now. This should not even be visible. I also don't want any of the, cave layer to be dirt. So we're going to have to get a layer of stone along here as well, which, is a problem. I also don't like the steep incline leading up here either. I want it to be a bit more gradual than that. So as you can see, we are definitely still trying to figure out exactly how I want to do this. Let me even do some of it with you. So I think this part right here, so from, this point right here leading down to about here is really good. I like the feel. Maybe open it up like one more block there. Yeah, that looks good. This is going to be more, covered off once we get some stone block, which I'm smelting up currently. But everything else, like again here, too sharp. And also this one pathway feels way too long, especially if, just running up the side of the hill will be faster. That's not really what I'm looking for. I don't want to, be lazy and always take this direction. I want it to feel like this is also pretty productive as well. So to do that, I'm thinking we're going to have to go now from the top and work our way back down. We can just use cobblestone for the time being. So let's see. Maybe we go bring this up perhaps. Just cover that up. Then we bring this down one. And then maybe because we're going to be using slabs, I'm thinking, to lead ourselves up. We don't want to be doing any jumping. It just simply is going to take us up by walking. So maybe we bring that out by 2. Place a torch down there so we don't get anything spawning like a spider. Let's pop up really quick. Dig out a bit more here. I'm still worried about this. We might have to do some exterior terraforming to get this mountain a bit thicker over here, which is fine. But I want to try to avoid that as much as possible. Let me even take out one more little section of stone, and then maybe this kind of feels like a good platform. So coming down, maybe we have this gradual piece here, and then maybe we go one further. Let's check it out really quick. See if we go one further, kind of bring this back upwards like so, and then maybe come down right here. Just so we have a bit more space. I'm not liking this gravel. I'm going to have to change this out for stone at some point. Yeah, I kind of like that a bit better, so it's less steep, more gradual. Everything kind of flows a bit better. It might even be good if we grab some stone slabs and place down a couple to see how those feel. Let me just make sure 24 is good enough for now. So we go like that, perhaps. We're going to need a block there. Do that, then that. Maybe even get a block here. Yeah. See, that looks really good. Just kind of slowly, gradually leads us upwards. Maybe we knock that block out and then do something like that. Then maybe... we're going to have a bit of a problem here, as you can see, but that's not too big of a deal. Let's move this block one more that direction. Actually, we're going to need probably more than that. We could even maybe have this be one little windy section. So we come up right here, and then let's remove this right here. But instead, we take another left backwards and do like this, and then maybe have like some stone here to kind of show us the way. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let me even get rid of this grass really quick. Oh, I'm out of slabs already. Should have made some more. Okay, let's just do all of them. 60 should be plenty. So yeah, and I'm going to use probably like a mixture of stone and then maybe some like jungle and maybe dark oak. I'm still trying to figure out the block palette as well. But I definitely want to use stone, and I want to vary it up. I don't want to use stone slabs because they're for our roof design. I want it to be cobblestone, so we can't use those, at least for what I'm picturing. But yeah, something like that maybe. And then maybe we cover that, like that corner off, bring it like one more over here, and then do like something like that. Nope, we can't have one there, otherwise we can get let up. Let me see. I don't know. I kind of like the way that it looks, but now we're kind of getting really cramped as we come up this direction. I mean, it works, as you can see. We can walk up just fine, but I don't know. For now, I think I'll leave it, just because I want to get back. Oh, wait. Okay, good. You're just glitching through the block, aren't you? Just wants to see what's going on, I guess, paying attention to our building. I guess he's bored being stuck in a 2x1 little hole in the ground. But yeah, this is definitely feeling better already from down this direction. Hopefully, I can go further this way again. I'm not entirely sure if this gravel is like the exterior as well, so we're going to be running into that problem soon, perhaps. But yeah, this is definitely better, so let's come down this direction, get rid of some more stone right here, break out that block, and do maybe a little bit of that, break that open. And let's place down some cobblestone, get some more slabs going here, so something like that perhaps. Maybe this can be another little point that blocks off that kind of, shows us the way, if you will. Get rid of those, place down a bit more. Don't like how that's uniform, break that up. Let's place just a cobblestone block there and then there. Yeah, much better. Much better. Okay. One there, one there. Oh, that's a full block, and that's also a full block. Meant the slabs. Ooh, getting a bit close. Maybe we go one more further, so that way we have a bit of landing space right there. If we're going to keep it like that, we can probably put a wall there, which fixes our gravel problem. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that feel. We're going to open up the ceiling just a bit more, and we're going to have some, interesting depth change and add in some better blocks, so this is going to feel a lot better in just a little bit, but I'm kind of liking the shape that we're getting. I think it's coming out pretty well. We can even leave like this open because we can do some sort of design here or something. Kind of winds. I don't love this corner here because you can't just go like that. You actually have to go all the way to the wall and then like that. Don't love the feeling there. I guess just getting rid of these would solve our problem. But then now these are kind of uniform. Again, we don't want like just like all in a row. We kind of want them one poking out or so, kind of adding into some depth change. So we can even do this actually. Yeah, that's better. Kind of gives us a more natural curve upwards. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I'm just kind of going through my thinking process. This is basically, whenever I'm doing a build, I'm basically thinking exactly what I'm telling you right now. It's actually kind of nice to say it out loud because I'm not used to it. Usually I'm just rambling on in my head when I'm trying to get something to look good. But if you guys enjoy this, I could definitely do this more often. Honestly, if I show everything that I do, or at least a lot more, I could get a ton more videos out to you guys. Again, I'm just trying to figure out the balance between not showing enough and showing too little, but I think this is good. From what I'm doing here on camera, you guys are just gonna have to let me know if you're entertained. It's basically coming down to that. If you guys enjoy listening to me ramble on, I don't mind at all to do these kinds of videos. In fact, I kind of enjoy them a bit more because it does, like I've seen in comments, it does feel like we're building it together more than from my first 5 or 6 episodes. So again, you're going to have to let me know, but I think we're going to continue on here together to kind of wrap up what we're trying to figure out. I'm not going to do everything, but let's get at least a bit more done to finish off this little segment here. But I don't love the way that this feels so straight. Even though I added in a bend, it's not giving me that feel that I want, which, by the way, we should go sleep really quick, just because we're not interested in dealing with mobs when we're trying to figure out our creative process, right? So let's quickly go to bed. I almost want to put that bed down on the first floor, but as you can see, we now have our dirt perfectly in place, which, by the way, you guys are going to have to let me know how this looks. I'm also using that same block palette for our path. Personally, if I'm going to be 100% honest, I love... Oop, forgot a block here. But yeah, I love the way this came out, the way this looks. It's a perfect dirt path for me. It does take a lot. As you can see, it's 4 separate blocks. And then we're also going to do some, mixture of grass every once in a while. And then also when we're getting into a lot of detail, we're going to add some of the, whatever this stuff is called again, into the path as well. Is it just grass? I guess it is. And then also some flowers and perhaps some bushes on the side. So again, there's a lot more to this than what I have here. Maybe we even fill this in with a grass block to kind of add a bit more of a curve. But yeah, I think it's a good start, and I like the way that it looks. But definitely let me know. All right, let's head back and try to figure out what we're going to be doing here. I'm almost tempted to, let's just use cobblestone. I'm almost tempted to like come in at an angle. So like here maybe we come in at a bit of an angle to add a bit more to that bend that I'm trying to create. Yeah, I like that a lot more. It even kind of makes it more feel like a secret passage like the initial intention was. So yeah, this is definitely a good thought. So maybe we just make it a bit wider. I don't want it to be, hard to get in here. So let's do something like that perhaps. And then just block this off temporarily. I'll fix that up later in just a second. But yeah, that's probably a better idea. We can even get like another tree growing here. I can get some maybe like leaves branching down looking like vines to add to the secretiveness of this. Let's even just quickly do that because it's bothering me and throwing off my perspective. Get a torch there and do that or something, or however you make natural Minecraft terrain. Sure, why not? That'll be good for now. I can fix it up later. But yeah, that's cool. I like this a lot. We come in more at an angle, adds to our curviness of this, and then yeah, but the long hallway, that's still bothering me. Like the long direction or the long way all the way down here. But yeah, all of that right there was great. That felt amazing coming up. And then I can just picture it now though, guys. It's all in my head. With the things hanging down and the different kinds of blocks, it's going to look amazing. But this one little area from like here to like here just feels too long. And I don't know what we can do to fix that. Is there anything? I mean, we can't make the mountain smaller, at least without ruining everything that I like about it so far. Maybe we just deal with it. I'm thinking it'll work. Like, this is not the end of the world. This whole area where I'm like running to get to the, elevated area feels like it's not good enough, not where I want it to be. I guess down the road, what we could do is get a beacon and put on a speed upgrade so none of that's an issue. That could be a, solution if you want to call it that. I don't know. I think for now, because I can't think of a better way to shorten this little cave area, we're going to leave it like it is. But I think now, since I don't want this secret passage to be a 2-part episode, I will get some of the detail up and then I'll finish it with you guys on camera. So give me some time. I will work out our block palette, the kind of style that I'm going for, and then I will be back with you in just a little bit. All right, I'm back, and I'm not going to admit how many hours I've been away working on this secret passageway, but it's been quite a few. I'll admit I've put in a lot of time into this thing, and honestly, I think it came out really well. So first thing you're going to notice as you're walking up, first of all, except for, that little spot right there, looks pretty secret, right? Like you're not going to see it right off the bat. Again, it doesn't need to be invisible from this side, just simply not, glaring in your face. I think getting rid of this was a great decision. Honestly, I was, very uncertain of that 3x3 hole, but what we did here definitely is working out. But let's just take a quick peek about the initial kind of feel that you get walking into this little cave area. So let's check it out together. I gotta say, guys, pretty good, right? I mean, I think everything in here really came together. The first thing you're going to notice is that there are no torches. Well, of course there are, although the point is that they're supposed to be hidden. And I think for the most part, we did a good job in hiding them because, I mean, maybe with the few little embers you can see poking up every once in a while, you do not get the feeling that there are torches everywhere, even though there definitely is. Let's head up a little staircase here. I don't love the way this feels coming up, but going down, I think it looks amazing. So let's check it out. Love this. Yeah, right here, this whole thing just feels great. And initially, I was skeptical about leaving this dirt here, but I honestly think it looks a little bit better because it's just breaking it up a bit from the bottom here. I think that little bit of, texture change really works in our favor. But yeah, let's finish it off together. Shall we? I only have like a couple more little spots to do, but I figured we could do them together. So really, when it comes to this build style or what I'm doing here, it's all about making sure everything feels randomized. You don't want anything feeling like, the same of something else, similar to anything else we've done. Actually, I'm definitely going to need to change this. Oh yeah, and Silk Touch on my shovel has saved me a ton of these leaves because I've gone through them like crazy, ripping them up, putting them back down. Actually, I need to get rid of this bottom leaf here. Yeah. And then let's just do like a regular stone block and then that and that. Cool. We can even do something like that. Again, I don't want to get too far over that direction, so let me grab, let's say, andesite. Another thing I wanted to mention is that I really wanted it to feel natural. Like, I didn't want a ton of, like, polished andesite or, stone brick everywhere. So the only time I incorporated anything not found naturally is, like, with the cracked stone brick. And the cobblestone is close enough, I mean, because it is just a variation of stone, that I think it all kind of comes together very well. Let's see, what should we place? I'm thinking the light level is going to be a bit too low, so, there's even a torch down there. We can utilize that, so just do something like that. And I love leaf blocks. They are so good for hiding lighting, just because no matter how many you place above or near a torch, it doesn't ever block the light level. So no matter what's going on, you're always going to get the same light despite the fact that you're hiding it still. Another tool that I like to use sometimes is placing a slab down so that even though it doesn't look like there's anything there, light's actually coming through it because it's not a full block. Just a bunch of little things like that I think really make an area like this pop from just, a normal little tunnel passage. And we also got to get some of our I want to say stalagmites are the one from the ceilings and stalactites are the one from the ground, although I could literally just have those completely backwards. I could totally see myself doing that. I'm not entirely sure. So I think those add also a lot. I don't love it when they connect, so I try to place them around leaf blocks and open spaces because when they connect like that, it looks a little bit weird, but when they look like that, they look a lot better, in my opinion. But again, if they connect every once in a while, it's not the end of the world. Although another trick I've learned is that just place like a stair sideways next to it and problem solved as well. So there you go. I also wanted to keep a fair amount of stone in there because I still wanted it to feel like a natural cave, not completely man-made. The general feel that I was going for was that it's like basically our monks came through, dug a passageway, and really just kind of let nature take over, with the exception of maybe a bit of wood for a kind of a guided path they placed down. But like the dirt and the leaves, emphasizing like a vine kind of look, and the stalagmites and stalactites and the common andesite that you would expect everywhere, all feels very natural, which is, again, exactly what I was going for. I want it to feel just completely original to like a realistic Minecraft cave beyond simply a, generated Minecraft cave. If you catch my drift or what I'm trying to convey to you guys. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. And I think this crackstone brick, honestly, is one of the best decisions I made in our block palette. I think it looks really great. It's just enough variation from our cobblestone that it adds some nice texture, but it's also not clean, so it doesn't look like a fake block or like stone. Really, I think that was a great decision on my part. Have to give myself a bit of props for that. Maybe we even add in like a jungle slab here again. Just a little bit of a guided path. We're trying to emphasize kind of that center line or center point to emphasize where you need to go. The only trouble spot is right here. I don't exactly know how I want to finish this off. Like, we don't want it to just end like this and then all of a sudden we're stuck and have to move over here. We want it to feel natural no matter how you're coming up. So I'm debating on getting rid of that and making this a stair. And now I'm worried this is going to look terrible. Hold on, let me just throw down some andesite. And yeah, that can work. That can work. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. And again, the natural cave wouldn't be perfect all the way through anyway. So as long as I can at least jump. The 1.5 block height was throwing me off, but I think that's going to be just fine there. Let's maybe make that a coarse dirt block, just because I love coarse dirt. The texture is just incredible on that block. Maybe get a coarse dirt there as well, and then maybe finish it off with some cracked stone, and then let's do some a little bit of light hiding there. Also, I'm pretty sure most of you know this, but whenever you're hiding lighting, you do not want to place the torch on the side, because then the smoke will rise above the block. When it's flat down on the lower or the actual block like this, it works out perfectly, because if something's above it, the smoke doesn't travel far enough. But if it's on like the side of a block here, it travels just a little bit further, which makes it more visible. So whenever you're trying to hide lighting, make sure it's going on the bottom of a full block, not on the side of one. Just a fun tip in case you guys didn't know that, because honestly, for a long time, I had no idea that was a thing either. I'm not liking how this is looking, because we're getting too much of the view of the torch. So maybe we go there, and then, yeah, that's almost hiding it completely, but let me get like a stair that way. No, other way, I think. And there as well. Actually, upside down. Okay, yeah, that's looking better for sure. And then say maybe some regular stone right there. Yeah. Ooh, another idea. Ooh, uh-oh. That's fine. I can fix it up from the back. Just to add a bit more depth, push that one back a block again. It was looking like a flat wall, which I do not want. So pushing that one back is, very important, adding to our depth. Like right here again. I think that actually, that's another thing I need to realize. This wall is not doing it for me, but we're really close to the outside all over the place, which is why I kind of was forced to go a bit flat. Maybe we can diversify this up just a bit to give it a bit more character. Something like that. Then maybe, I'm not liking all this cobblestone in a row, so we break it up with maybe a cracked stone. And then maybe right here, we like push in this block. Oop, we can't do that there. Maybe somewhere else then. Maybe we do like right here, perhaps. Just to add a bit more space, something like that. And then that needs to be... put a torch back there just to keep a mob from spawning, and do something like this. Even maybe grab some cobblestone slabs. Yeah, I like that. Actually, let's place it on the bottom block so these two don't match up together. Yeah, much better, much better. Yeah, so I think we're basically done here. I mean, I don't know really what else I need to add. Maybe like an extra couple of leaves there. And then, oh, I'm lying. We need to do the ceiling over here. But actually, you know what? We get the idea. This episode's running long enough for our secret passage anyways. That's going to need to be there, something or other. Let's do a jungle slab. But before we sign off for today, let's just do one more tour through in our fancy shaders, which a lot of you seem to enjoy, so that's great. If every time you complete a build, you want to see it in shaders, I have absolutely no problem doing that. Frankly, I want to see them in shaders as well, so let's take a bit of a peek. Ooh, getting that atmosphere, you feeling it? I like that. All right, let's start heading down, just take a peek. Uh-oh. I think torches are easier to see in shaders, but let's just check it out. Hopefully this isn't too dark for YouTube. Yeah, that's feeling nice, isn't it? A little bit of a warm feeling. That's pretty cool, guys. Wow, yeah. And I love the water. I just love the water in shaders as well. Man, that's awesome. All right, one more time back through. Going back the main way. It might just be a bit dark, but like right in here, it's really good. Maybe a bit dark over here, but overall, guys, I'm thinking this is pretty much a completed build again. Just a few extra blocks we're gonna have to complete near the top here, right here, which isn't a big deal. That'll take me like 5-10 minutes, so I can get that done pretty quick. But I think that's gonna do it for today, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed again our building of our secret passage. You are going to have to let me know if you like it or not. Maybe something we can add or change. Definitely feel free to let me know. Oh, yeah, the front looks great in shaders. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. But until next time, guys, my name is InsidiousSwede. Take care.